Hello everybody, it's Wolfgang Norskar here again, another video. We're in ESO here with my character Jo'Fedefa, and I'm reading Crafting Motif 9 Argonian style. It's a book I picked up out of the backpack there. You can just see at the corner of the screen. Outside of Riverhold. So I don't know if that's going to be there for everybody, but it was for me. So here we go. Being notes by Dr. Alphedia Lupus of a series of pamphlets on the major cultural styles of Tamriel. Dr. Lupus was imperial ethnographer for Penitent Severian Chorak from 2E14 to 431. Sorry. This morning my maid Dariella came to me with all at Twitter with the news that there was a lizard woman at the door, asking for me and insisting it was urgent. There weren't many Argonians in the city, and it occurred to me this might be our relative C5. Sam has some dreadful news about Morian, so I donned my university robe and hurried down. There was indeed a young lizard woman waiting in the street, clad in a fetching spotted silk jumper adorned with intricate spiral designs. She said her name was Lifts Her Tail. And if anyone's read the Lusty Argonian Maid, Volume 1 and 2, you'll know that name. Which I thought must be a joke, but who can tell given these reptilians' impassive features. And she'd been sent to bring me to her master, Dishwal, the Perspicuous. She said she didn't know what it was about, but it was a matter of some urgency, and she was to lead me to her master immediately. I nodded nervously and followed. The Argonian lass led me out the temple gate and down to the docks, far out on the end of which we found a curious old house I'd never before noticed. With a dark sign by the door, she said to Zanmir, that read to Zanmir. Word unfamiliar to me. Went inside to find a large house entirely occupied by Argonians. A dozen or so who seemingly lived there using all the rooms in common. Everywhere I looked I saw Argonian hangings, sculptures, and finishes, all made from natural materials such as shells, bone, and feathers, glowing with bright spiral and geometric designs. These objects were representative of what the Argonians used in their home regions, in snakeskin, tortoise shells, jagged teeth, turquoise and jade, all of which we would consider exotic materials, must be commonplace in Black Marsh, or Argonia. Mr. Tail led me up a ramp that had apparently replaced the house's staircase. On the upper level, she introduced me to a humid room that, to me at least, smelled of decay and mold. Coughing, I entered, discovering a room almost entirely full of potted jungle plants, some of them seemingly long dead and rotting. I stepped on something that squished beneath my sandal, and stepped involuntarily back. His little lass gently took my hand and drew me past a wall of ferns and into the center of the room. There, incautiously, I discovered a large porcelain Nibonese bathtub, like the one in my own vanity chamber. Well, this one was filled almost to the brim with a noisome greenish mud. And living this mud, that was barely above the surface, was the oldest Argonian I'd ever seen. In fact, the withered and wizened lizard man looked so much like a mummy. I was startled when he opened his mouth and spoke, in a voice like creaking leather. turned and slowly said, I am Dishwolf. You are Alfid, brightest star in the city. You are welcome in my Uxus, my nest. He seemed to be looking someplace over my shoulder, and I saw that the old lizard's eyes were clouded over with an opalescent film. He was blind. This infirmity was somehow reassuring, enabling me to regain my self-position and fall gratefully into the routines of etiquette. I bowed, though he couldn't see it, and I said, I am honored to be received into your home, venerable Dishwolf. How can one such as I be of service to an elder of wisdom? You can beware, close. The old hands emerging from the mud and levering him up on the rim of the bathtub. The dry-skinned mages, the weft he unravels around above them, said more calmly, making a reverse spiral gesture above the tub. It is wrong, the Benedict's means should not be disjointed with intent of malice. I had been around wizards long enough to guess what he meant. Morian, I guess? And Devith? They're in danger? What can I do? Nishwang cracked his jaws twice and then said, You are capable. You must stop him. You will prevail. If not, 3 sharp spines rose up from his brow. There will be ill dreams and incineration for all who swim the river. Chaos. The lizard suddenly began thrashing about in the tub, spilling muck over the sides. Bilu. His tail deftly picked up a jug he'd been made from a single insect carapace, uncorked it, and poured some brown liquor down the old lizard man's throat. Go. She is pointing towards the door. Lucy says, now. I turned and ran out of the room, down the ramp, out the door, and back to the Imperial City. Oh. Alright. Well, that was a book. I will show you now. Like, that was for the Argonian crouching style, so that would teach you that. But I'll show you now where, okay, you can see Riverhold right there. Yeah, there's Joe's Embrace right there, and there's Riverhold. And there's the Way Shrine. Way Shrine's right over there. And that's where I found the book, right in this backpack. So, come down from the Way Shrine. There's a backpack. I don't know if it will have the book in there for you, but it should do. Anyway, it's Wolfgang Northclaw, the Jo'Fedefa, and her clan fear. We'll see you guys next one, and I hope you enjoyed it. Take care.